morning, gorgeous ones. I am up, working from home today, so Woody day. Hey! One of the things I want to talk about this morning is stress and how stress impacts your weight. And when I mean weight, I mean fat storage. So it's really important because everyone talks about weight loss, obviously, and weight loss is, when we think of weight loss, it's really the weight, the number on the scales. But in fact, we don't really want to lose weight. We just want to lose fat. I don't know why we don't just call it fat loss. Maybe I'll start trying that. When we're talking about fat loss, so stress is one of the biggest causes of either stopping your fat loss or, in fact, gaining fat. And there's multiple reasons for that. One of them is that stress and distress is the number one reason that people go off their plan. And they do that for many reasons as well. One is they're suddenly maybe in a different routine. Their priorities are different. Maybe they've got to care for somebody who's unwell. Just your time management. You know, you've got too many things to do and not enough time, and your priorities get a bit out of whack. Ooh, God, I've got these birds outside my window that are just on for young and old out there. Anyway, so they're the sort of behavioural reasons, but then also what we do is that with stress and overwhelm and anxiety, whatever word we want to use, remember people use the word stress now as a blanket term, and they'll use anxiety as a blanket term, and therefore really feelings of being uncomfortable and potentially a bit out of control. And so what do we do when we have that uncomfortable feeling? We eat, because eating feels better and eating works. And if eating didn't work, you wouldn't do it. So it makes sense. It's just that in the long run, it is not always the most helpful thing for you and your body. We all do it from time to time. What we want to do is try and minimize those time to times. Now, remembering that you can't always control stress. Okay, let me clarify. You can control your reaction to stressful situations. And again, this is where language is important, because people use stress as like just this amorphous word that can mean anything. But if we think about the things outside of our control, you know, that can be the weather, politics, your boss, all sorts of things, well and truly outside your control. Illness, lots of things. Again, illness, people go, oh no, it's in your control. It's not really. Good morning, Tanya. Yes, you can do things to help prevent it. But at the end of the day, if you get sick, you get sick. If your partner gets sick, they get sick. They're outside your control. So what we can try and do is recognize when things are outside your control. Absolutely right, Nick. So Nick's written, can't control the circumstances, but can control the way I respond or react to the circumstance. And that is where the gold is, because that is absolutely the message. If you have the ability to pause, now it's hard, and I'll give you a lovely example. So the other day when I was in the hairdresser, excuse me, somebody sent me an email, and in it there were a few inaccuracies that I needed to correct. And what I wanted to do was get straight on the phone to fix it, because I didn't want this thing that had some inaccuracies out there. It needed to be adjusted, needed to be amended. But my uncomfortable feeling was, I need to fix this straight away. But I was in the hairdresser with that giant thing over your head, so there was no way I could do that. I thought about, maybe I could write an email, but actually I needed to have a conversation just to clarify, because it was not anything bad. It was just a slight misunderstanding, and it was just a communication thing. So I had to do mind management. I had to talk to myself and go, okay, is this an emergency? No. Is anyone going to die in the next 5 minutes if I don't do anything? No. Why do I want to react to this so quickly? Because I feel uncomfortable. Nothing to do with the circumstance. The circumstance was not a disaster. It wasn't dire. It didn't need to be fixed. Didn't matter if it was fixed in the next 5 minutes, 1 hour, or 5 hours, really. It wasn't urgent. But, oh my Lord, my brain wanted to fix it straight away. And this is the thing that we're talking about. Sitting with discomfort is not easy. It's not easy. If it was easy, we'd all do it. It's not easy. But having to kind of coach yourself, or to often call it talk yourself off the ledge, talk yourself down and actually work out, is this an emergency? Yes, I want to fix it for me, but it's not actually going to make any difference. And so when I did that little kind of mind management with my brain, I just went, okay, it's fine. So instead of sitting under this hairdryer thing going, ah, I just went, okay, it's all right. It's all right. Oh, thanks, Jenny and Brod. You're absolutely right. It is really about just learning to manage your mind. And it's hard. If it was easy, as I said, we'd all be doing it. We'd all be peaceful and zen and, eating all the right foods all the right time. It's not always easy, but that's okay. Because you know what, lovelies? We can do hard things. And as adults, that this is the biggest myth in the world. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You bloody well can. You can teach old dogs new tricks, and I'm learning new tricks all the time. So you can too, lovelies. My wonderful darlings, accepting perfectionism, yes, can be crippling. Absolutely, Jenny. We are not perfect. And in fact, knowing that, and knowing that trying to be something that you cannot be, nobody is perfect. Not one single person is ever perfect. And the issue is not the perfectionism. The issue is how we talk to ourselves when we realize that. Because for a lot of us, we're pretty mean about it. And that's unhelpful. But that's probably a chat for another day. Lovelies, 12-week Mind Body Rebalance. I know a lot of you are joining tomorrow. Yay! Got a Zoom party, 10 a.m. If you haven't joined and you want to, today's your last day. So, quick sticks, lovelies. And I will see you all sometime soon. Probably next Tuesday for cooking at some stage. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, beautiful people, and have a beautiful weekend. See you soon. Bye, lovelies.